Hey, what is up, fellow critics? Yes, we have another review and reaction for you guys. Today we're gonna be doing Mindhunter Season 2, Episode 4. Last episode was a little crazy. We had Bill and Ford doing their own things. Ford went to Atlanta and dealt with that. He had 2 interviews, crazy, stupid serial killers. And he had a this lady pretty much put him into this whole plot where these kids are getting killed and like the city wants nothing to do with it, so it's crazy. And Bill, he's dealing with a dead baby that was found in one of the houses that they're trying to sell, so they're dealing with that. I want to give a big shout out to Killer M the Pro. Thank you for joining the Cinema Critics family. Hey guys, if you want a shout out, leave a comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's go ahead and start the episode up. Oh, you're gonna be scared now. Yo, never, guys, never, man. Teach your kid not to get in cars with strangers, man.
Okay, that's full.
Oh,
Keep doing this all day?
Oh,
No, that's enough.
damn. So okay, well, at least that's good, man. I thought he's about to kill that kid.
Sorry, ma'am.
They got every right to play and mind their own business.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to.
Oh wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I just tell you the person's probably not white?
Developed an initial profile and was running it by the unit to get their input.
I'd like to hear it.
Oh, nice.
You just have to do it from the comfort of Quantico.
He's pissed off.
Police believe he assisted in 20 of the murders, though.
Oh.
Now he says his only role was to lure the boys in.
Oh,
this
he
confession,
helped?
He admits to killing.
Henley was originally brought to Coral as a victim. He
What?
managed to talk his way off the rack, but instead of turning Coral in, he joined him.
Wow.
Had tremendous.
Gunn wants to see us in his office.
Why you have to send a note for that?
He means the 3 of us.
Oh, damn. You're all right. You'll be all right.
And Dr. Carr, I expect you to remain in close contact. This case is now getting bureau attention.
She sat down, was like, "What do you want me to do?" Wow. Okay. You better get your skills up then. You better go practice. Go talk in the mirror or something.
Henley once helped put up missing posters for a victim's family. A year later, he delivered that same kid's brother to Coral.
Oh wow, that's vicious.
In any hostage situation, women are always raped.
Not exclusively.
Oh. You see his face?
We'll skip this part too.
Oh my god.
Here,
This
jobs.
dude. Come on.
Description of jobs to
Do better.
Which of these?
My lover.
Oh, he's like, oh.
Bullshit.
She used her status to control and subjugate me.
You see
I never
his
saw it
face?
that way until I can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to kill the one person who'd ever treated you with respect.
Oh, this is a good one. Let's see what he says.
Nah, it was cool.
That's a very interesting interview.
The more bodies we
There's no way a Caucasian like your caller could take children from these neighborhoods without being noticed.
Oh
has
boy.
been highly instructive.
Yeah, that's. You might should have worded that a little bit better.
Talked about the
Uh-oh.
woman in that relationship. That was...
Great work.
How do you come up with something like that?
Dummy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is that
You
what it
can,
takes to become official?
It's
you
taken
can
a
see
while
into
to
the
get to.
future with those things, man.
There's some cornbread over there.
Ooh,
Take
you
some
better.
with you on your way out.
Hell yeah, you better take some cornbread. Heck yeah, can I get
It's a
2?
dollar.
Oh, damn. Let me get a couple of them then. I'm gonna take the whole thing.
Kidnapping. There is no federal crime.
Oh, we don't have to leave. We're just
You
starting.
do have to leave. FBI no longer has jurisdiction.
Oh,
Appreciate your help.
that's messed up.
He did to his little body. It was Brian's idea.
Oh no.
It was his idea to put him on a cross.
They got. Oh man. Woo. All right, so yeah, that was the episode. Wow, it's getting crazy, guys. It is going down. So all right, let's start it off. Ford is letting everyone know about the Atlanta murders. All these kids, these young black kids, are getting taken away and killed and body dropped off somewhere else. He thinks there's a big connection about it. So he's letting them know about what's going on, and they're kind of like, hey, that's not our thing. We shouldn't be just hopping on cases that we have nothing to do about. So, they have some reservations with that. So they're working on a new case about this this killer who was killed by one of his actual, like, I don't know, he kind of like recruited this young kid to like get other kids for him, and they tied him up and raped and tortured him for days and killed him, and then that kid finally killed him. So they're having a meeting about this, and then they get called in for from the big boss guy. Calls him in. They actually found a way in. The last little kid that was kidnapped actually had a ransom, so that actually falls in within FBI territory. So they get diverted, and Holden and Bill get shipped off to Atlanta, and Car's sitting there like, what the hell? We are on a case, and what am I supposed to do now? Like, she had this case all worked up and ready to go, and now they're being shipped off to Atlanta, and she wondered why she even brought into the freaking office to even talk about this. So she's pissed off. So so Smith was kind of a little upset about the whole thing too, because he even didn't get called in the office. And so they decide, you know what, let's go ahead and do it ourselves. Let's go and interview this guy ourselves. So all right, we'll see how that works out. And this is the one thing I love about this show is these interviews they have with these killers. Like, they do such a good job with these interviews, and with all the actors they get, all these no-name actors, they do a really good job. And it makes you, it's powerful. It makes you feel like, oh my God, this really happened. These people, and then I think what they do is actually take a lot of the actual dialogue from the actual like interviews these guys said and put it into these scenes, which is really, really good. So this guy was pretty much saying like, he was having trouble at home. He did not like his father. His father beat him, beat his mother. So he's seen this guy as a father figure, so. And then, this guy, he manipulated him to do all these things. That's what he pretty much was saying. And like, it was a lot of like homosexuality into it as well. And he was raping these kids, and it seems like he tried it against him because he was really, really put off about it when it was said that he tried it on him, and he got really defensive about it. So it's very crazy, and he ends up killing him. And just rewatching that interview is very, very powerful. That whole scene, they do a great job with these scenes. So good, so good. So Bill and they head up to Atlanta, and they find this task force is not up to par. They're just chilling. They're just waiting for this ransom, and so they're Ford is really, really pushing that this is a serial killer, that all these are connected. It's one person, and the guy is black, because a white person probably wouldn't be able to grab all these kids, so easily, because it's a predominantly black neighborhood, and not a lot of white people up there to scoop up, a lot of kids. A lot of kids will be more defensive toward white people coming up talking to them. So the commissioner rolls up to the task force, and Ford is pretty much saying, hey, this is all connected. I don't think there's a ransom. So Bill's like, chill with that. Hold off now. We don't know exactly what's going on, but he's telling me, hey, this is all connected. There's a predator out there killing kids, and it's a black person, most likely. Good percentage of black person, even though a white person called in the ransom. It's most likely a black person. And he's like, oh, really? Okay. All right. So they are sitting at this the parents' house, and they're waiting for this phone call. It's been 4 hours, and they're like, you know what? This is not gonna happen. There's no at least either there's no ransom, or they're just playing you. Most likely this kid is dead. So the commissioner comes to the house, and he's like, sorry. The guy never called. We can do as much as we can. Not too much we can do, actually. And so they all the detectives, and the commissioner walks out, and the commissioner's like, hey, you're right, Holden. There is no ransom. There was no kidnapping. So guess what? you're out. You know, now it doesn't fall under FBI. There's no kidnapping. So have a good one. Catch you later, pretty much. And that's how it is. So pretty much, so these guys, commissioner, the mayor, they want to sweep this under the rug. You know, they don't want it known that there's a killer out there killing people, black or white. You know, they want to keep Atlanta nice and clean so they can get this freaking airport up and running and all these people there. So they don't want a murder, you know, killing kids being all over the news and stuff like that. So it's very tough, very tough. Bill gets a call from his wife. So he finally calls her back. She said, hey, you know, that detective's back here and he wants to talk to our son. And you need to get here. So come here ASAP. So Bill's like, all right, I gotta go. So boom, he heads home. And his wife is hysterical. And she said that she was talking to the detective and her son just walked in the room and was like answering questions to the point where, so what happened was he was a part of this little kid being killed. He had the key. He found he remembered the code from the lockbox. So he took the key from the lockbox and then got in with these other kids, and they ended up killing this little boy, and it was his idea to tie him up. It's so bad. Like, you would think, like, he's pretty young though. He's a very young kid. So, but he was saying that he was with older kids. So, you know, there was this group of kids being dumb, and his idea, because you can tell he's not all there. There's something wrong with him. You know, this group of kids, and he's like, yeah, let's go ahead and tie the kid up too. So they probably tied the kid up, and I don't know, something happened. The kid ended up dying. I'm not sure if they actually said the actual you know, cause of death. I can't remember if they did. If they did, let me know. I can't remember. But it's crazy. Now, how are they gonna deal with this? Like, their son is a part of a murder, you know, or at least, I don't know, second degree murder, manslaughter. I don't know. Did they physically kill? Like, did they actually kill him, or was it an accident, or did he? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, guys, let me know what you thought of the episode. Let me know what you thought of Mindhunter. What did I say, Manhunter? Let me know what you thought of Mindhunter. Yeah. So it's so good. The interviews are the best part of the show, and they need to do more. And like I said, always makes me want to go and do more research of these actual killers. So thanks for watching, and make sure you please like, share, and subscribe to Cinema Critics, and we'll catch you next video. Peace out.